Welcome back to the 444 The Girls podcast. I'm Kirsten.
I'm Zakia. This here for me.
Because I'm about to color. Yeah. Why?
I'm just wondering.
Sean was trying to color my shit the other day, and I was like, He was like, I'll do it. I won't mess it up. I'll stay in line. And I said, don't. I said, look. I said, this is mommy's special. He said, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to say no if you're not, because you're not letting me color in it. So, of course, I'm going to say no. Like, he was being a little hater. I have so many.
So, friend.
Use one of them.
We had a cute weekend.
We did have a cute weekend. I finally mopped my floors, y'all.
You sure did.
It was a 3-step process. It took me a full business
8 hours.
day. But I got underneath the rugs. I shampooed the rug in the kitchen that had been bothering me. I vacuumed down the chairs in there. I had like all the furniture on the deck and stuff. Yeah. I did the baseboards.
You meditated.
The chair rails. My meditation. And I had a couple of downloads too. And then
More came.
I have more downloads because we finally went to see Barbie. Y'all
Didn't know that was a sad story. Didn't know we'd be crying.
didn't know I'd be sobbing to
Because
Barbie.
I'm right here. I'm looking at her. I can see her doing one of these, so I'm trying to keep mine in. Literally, I see. You can just see her like this real quick.
Because I was trying to like,
she's
keep it
doing
cute.
the cute joint, and I'm just like, don't look at her. Don't look at her because then you're gonna be next. It was a good mess.
It was a catharsis.
Like a release.
Yeah, it was a catharsis. So, spoiler alert.
And we late.
We mad late.
But it's
Barbie
okay.
movie came out
It's gonna be
like
classic.
3 weeks. Yes,
So
it's gonna. Yeah. First of all, like bitches our age, Barbie raised me. I know you said Polly Pocket held you down.
No, that's why I was so weird. Because I like Polly Pocket. But no, I was a Barbie girl. And then Zahara. Like, I can show you a picture right now where Zahara has 3 Barbie cars lined up. They're all like the same car. 3 different cars.
Yeah.
Extra shit. So I was a Barbie girl. My cousin, Nene's mother, who was feeding you, we used to play Barbies with me. I had a daughter, bought Barbies still. This was Zahara's.
I played with Barbies like after.
At the same time?
I did at the same time. And I think it was like one of those things where I saw it happening for you and it just like, but like I played with Barbies longer. And I think that other people were still playing with them too. So, but they would be like, this such and such still plays with Barbies. And I'd be like, in the back of my mind, like, well, bitch, me too.
I don't remember when I stopped playing with them, but I know I kept them and had them cute lined up. You know what I mean? Like I've had them for a while.
No, I used to do their hair. I
remember playing with Nene's mother.
I used to scissor.
I remember her playing Barbie with me. And it's funny now Zahara's over her house.
I had like a Barbie soda shop. I had like Skipper. I had Sunrunner the horse. I had little cars. Like if I got birthday money, we going to go get some Barbies. The Hollywood hair Barbie that came with the little tube of gel. I had that bitch all tangled and mangled.
Like weird Barbie.
Weird Barbie. And
everybody
everybody had a weird Barbie.
Everybody. That was so cute. Whoever wrote that, whoever thought to do that, because somebody was like, what about the Barbie that like everybody had fucking hair? It colors her face.
She got like, he said, why is she always
everybody little brothers and shit put her in the split. Color her hair. Why?
When I used to come home from school and all of my Barbies would be like, their legs would be bent back like a banana and their heads would be popped off. They'd be naked. I thought my brother might be a serial killer.
Right there. That was classic.
Barbie.
They need their
and Kate McKinnon played that role well.
They need their credit. Whoever said, y'all.
We need to have Where's the weird Barbie? The one that's. But you know what? Before they even brought up Weird Barbie, I was watching them all doing a little dance. When I said I used to imagine my Barbies were having this little dance, choreographed dance, And I was thinking to myself, wow, all of their clothes match.
Right.
I was thinking that to myself, and then they brought up Weird Barbie, and I was like, there she is. That's her. They're like, why is she always in the split?
She's so weird.
She got played with too hard. That's it. That's what happened. Like, yeah.
So why did Barbie have us in our feelings?
It's very difficult being a woman. We did have to go have a drink afterwards. And I think, okay, so Barbie had us in our feelings for multiple reasons, I think. And the way they did it was very smart, because Barbie is definitely a polarizing, like, she raised us, but we have to acknowledge, like, the controversy behind Barbie being this tall, skinny, blonde bitch whose body is unreasonable proportions. Her titties are perky no matter how long this bitch been around. Her clothes are a little bit skimpy. You know what I'm saying? But she also, like, and they address this Dr. Barbie, veterinarian Barbie, the president Barbie. Serena played the president. Like, they had the Supreme Court in there and everything. But, like, I think that they did a really good job about addressing how, like, okay, so the moment that we both, that it hit us was when the mom went the fuck off about, like, being a woman. Yeah. You gotta be so attractive so that people like you, but not too attractive because they're gonna hate you. Like you. Yeah. You have to be a good mom, but not, like, so good that people feel like you're setting terrible standards, or, like, it was just
everything.
When she went on her, she snapped. Yeah. And I felt every fucking word.
She snapped, and it was real as fuck, and it made even Barbie like, damn. Because once she got to the real world, she was like, shit, like, y'all don't like me? Like, what's the problem? Like, what I do to y'all? Exactly. Like, you supposed to like me. Exactly. And she was like, what I do? What I did? And then Ken, all typical.
Being a nigga.
Typical
Ken.
Ken said, oh, I'm about to show my motherfucking ass.
He said, oh, this is how we do. They riding on horses.
Bitches on out here. Typical.
I was like, this shit.
Typical.
It was so typical. And what did he do? Bring that shit back and fuck everything up. Being a nigga. All because she put him in the friend zone. He was in his feelings. So he's like, let me go fuck all this shit up. Yeah. With some patriarchy. Show you who's boss, so you can be my long distance, long term,
second trigger,
non-committal casual girlfriend.
Say it one more time.
Long distance, long term. No, it was long term, long distance, non-committal, casual girlfriend.
And if that shit ain't hit, bitch.
I said, wait a second. I was like, wait. That ass was like laughing. I said, what? Hold on. So, I said to you, I was like, and I'm like, hold on.
I never made it that far, but that's what niggas is on in 2023.
That's what, in 2023, that's what niggas been on, period. Like, I look back at all, like, the ones.
Not all of them. Cause
not all of them. I mean, I did get my.
Not all of them, and I got, my long distance was not, it was very solid when it was. But
no, but like I have been in. I mean, basically they described the situationship. Yeah.
Exactly. That was like, a situationship.
That. It was Keisha and Pam. Terry, Dawn.
It was exactly what it was. They described the situationship, and it's so typical. And when I tell you, I'm over that shit.
I was like, wow.
You definitely look.
I was like,
Barbie had this bitch in her field.
Barbie had me like, hold up. Wait a second now. Did I just get scammed by the patriarchy?
I don't want no pizza.
I've been had.
Yeah. I don't know what to say besides, I'd have been got before. And I'm not saying I'll never get got again because life is life and things happen. But I'm not getting got no time soon. That's all I'm going to say. I am...
So I think, even though it had me in my feelings, I have to be accountable. I have to be accountable because this is the life I chose.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Because I don't like
There were no lies.
There were no lies.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
No leading on.
Yeah. And this is the life that I chose because of, because...
That's a good question. Do you have the because?
I do have the because I am kind of got a short attention span. You know what I mean?
I agree with that being your because.
That's my because I know that if it was like local, still long term, committed.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Serious. I'd be like, can we be a little less committed, a little less, can't you move a little bit further?
I like me a little local boo thing.
I know, and you know what, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes it'll be nice. Sometimes.
Yeah, like sometimes it's like, damn, I, sure do wish I had a little local boo thing that I could just snuggle up with instead of having to play with myself.
I still like
getting on the phone, fapping on the phone, sniffing personal concerns like a fucking crackhead.
Ass spread out in the bed. Okay. Okay.
Y'all.
Kirsten's pretty little booty was hanging out all over the bed. I woke upstairs like, oh God. First of all, I didn't give a fuck. Who cares? But I was like, my bad. Do you got the whatever?
I was like, oops. I'm naked.
She's like, I'm naked, girl. I don't give a fuck about your white butt in the air. Do you have the whatever it was that you were looking for? Booty hole.
I can't remember what.
I don't remember either. It was smooth. Yeah, nice smooth little butt.
Thank you. I moisturized.
Yeah, smooth. I think my butt is so big for my size that it just looks jiggly as fuck. It just yours is nice and proportioned.
I mean, it's probably nice. I don't know.
It's cool. That's alright. But it looks a little fakeish, honestly. I'm not saying that to toot
your butt,
horn.
your ass does.
Yeah, no, I'm not even saying that to toot my horn. It's like a little weird in a sense. Yours is like perfectly proportioned.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Anyways.
I'm glad you think so. I'll give you another little peek if you want.
Anyways, yeah, so we're talking about Barbie.
No.
And then we get back later.
Did not get back.
Talking about Barbie. Okay, so we went to see Barbie. We not had a drink. We had a cute little, try to be grown that night. It's tired
Yeah, it was late. It was a late night, dude.
For us, not for normal people.
Not for normal people, but for us.
Yeah.
We were like.
It was only like 12 minutes away.
No, I'm talking about like walking. And then our walkers. Closing the bar down.
I feel like I can't say too much.
I mean, so I think I just saw a spider. Oh, I saw a spider. Is that a spider? Yeah, that is a little tiny spider. But I was about to talk about Barbie real quick again, and I will. But first, I need to tell you guys about my visitor yesterday. So I woke up. I woke up to go to the gym, so it was still dark, and I had just did my vacuuming, I moved the furniture and shit upstairs too. I still didn't fold that fucking laundry. Yo, if there's a service that will fold the laundry that's already washed and dried, See, that's the thing. What I could do.
I don't think it got service for that.
What I could do is put it back in the $1 per pound wash and fold, but I already washed it and dried it, and I don't want to pay for something that's already done.
Just do that low, and then just go back, keep up with it after or dry.
What do you mean?
Like, just finish what's hanging out or whatever, and then you get back to your. I know, easier said than done, but you want to send it to them to wash it again.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm tempted, but I'm not going to.
Why is it already 9 o'clock? I have to pack a whole little bag.
It is late. But yeah, so look, so I had moved stuff out of the way and stuff, so the floor was extra like clear. And I went to go grab my watch off of the charger, and I looked, and you know, like when you have a plant and like the leaf falls. So I thought that's what it was, but I knew, because I had just moved around the plants and stuff yesterday or the day before, I knew like I had gotten all the dead leaves. So I'm looking, and I'm just staring at this one spot. I'm like, is that a frog? And I got closer, sure enough, it was one of them frogs. In my bedroom, under my money tree. Bitch, we getting paid, because frogs are like the symbols of our abundance. Yeah. It was right under my money tree. And like I walked out, because I was like, all right, I gotta get that. He can't be here. I don't want him to die in my room. Yeah. You know, this is not his environment. Because I was just gonna like,
you hang out.
Figure out, like, all right, buddy. But I went and brushed my teeth and came back and scooped him up in a cup and took him back outside. But like on the second floor, and I think what happened is because I switched my fan from one window to the other, and I had to, you know, I told you they sleep in they sleep like up in little cracks and stuff, so it probably happened that way. But what are the odds that a frog?
I had a cool, this is not the first time I had a cool butterfly story, but the monarch butterfly is the other one. No lie, bitch. This was the most intense I've had it. Like, I literally started crying. You know, I'm a little bitch. So I was at the park meditating, and I wasn't even for maybe like 3-4 minutes of my eyes closed, like really zoned out. And I opened my eyes, no saturation, don't care who doesn't believe me. The motherfucker was right here in front of me, and I was like, okay, God. So then today, I went on the hike. It followed us. No lie. I was with my friend, and my friend was like, damn. Because I told him, I said, oh, I have this thing with God. I told him every time I'm outside, one of these type of things, show me the butterfly. And it never fails.
Remember I told you I made the deal with...
Yeah. So that's my thing with the butterfly. It never fails. I say 95% of the time I see this yellow butterfly. Got pictures of motherfuckers and everything. So, I told, I don't know what I say him. I told my friend that, he was like, damn, it's back. I followed the whole, when we finished and got back, it was there. It was dope. It was cool. That's my little thing with God. Literally have pictures of those butterflies.
You just reminded me something, but I forgot what it was. Frog. Butterfly.
All that should be sounding good. I'm still waiting for the real poof. But
the other day, I saw the same number. Like, I was on the phone with my man. I'm not even gonna say my long distance phone. My LD, LT, NCCB. I'm gonna be petty for a little bit.
Someone else who got one too.
Everybody got one. Well, I mean, not you, but like...
Not you, no. You got me earlier when you said... No, I know somebody that's really single. Somebody told Kirsten that ain't nobody really single. Everybody always has somebody to talk to. And she was like, actually, I know somebody who's really single.
Like, who's single for real? They were like nobody. I was like, no, like nobody. And I said, and I was too, like, for a little window of time. I mean, not technically, because I'm technically married, so I do, like, legally, I ain't single. Well, I ain't single at all.
I might have me a friend now, so, just for
relax. Don't start
I ain't gonna say shit.
As soon as you
I said just
start talking about these niggas, they show
I mean friend, because that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Friend.
I know.
My coochie closed.
I get it.
My booty hole closed.
Mine's not. What was I about to say? It was something to do with the frog and the butterfly.
And the numbers.
No, it was like before you said something. I don't know. Anyway, back to Barbie. I think it was brilliant. America Ferrera, like, the fact that she had a teenage daughter, really, that was another one that was like, damn, bitch, this is traveling pants.
And then we realized we got traveling pants, bitch.
We figured out that we got some traveling pants because she fit into some clothes of mine. I'm like, how?
It didn't look like I would, but they fit.
Yeah, they fit, and they fit me. It's not like I'm like a sausage casing.
Right, especially we got travel pants. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so she had a teenage daughter, and I was like, so Ugly Betty is old enough, and I looked it up, and she's my age.
Which makes sense because I have a teenage daughter.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Wow.
And the way her daughter was acting in that movie made me so glad I don't have one.
I say it again, I have a teenage daughter.
Yeah.
I dressed up today. All of 8 minutes in, I'm like, you know what?
Girl, bye.
Go ahead, take that cut. I'll see you Friday.
Well, I do have a daughter. She hit me up the other day to let me know that she was headed back to school. And I was literally going to ask her, like, hey, did you make it back to campus yet or not? She's 20. She's not a teenager, but she's mine. Still. Even though me and her daddy ain't work out. She's still mine. Hey, girl. What was it? Oh, and then, so there were a lot of funny ass parts. I cackled a bunch of times. I think mostly because of Weird Barbie, because it was so that shit was so funny. The way she looked, the squiggles, the hair. Her hair was like some random like buzz cut over here, because we all fucked up a Barbie like that. And the one they said, why is she always in the splits?
We all had that one rare ass bitch.
And then they were like, it was funny how they like tied in like the discontinued, because I do remember that pregnant Barbie being a thing. I remember that.
That was cute.
Yeah. And then she's like, I remember her saying, we don't even have genitals, like, because somebody was like flirting with them, because they just have.
We don't have vaginas from plastic or something like that.
Yeah, we don't have genitals. Like, there's nothing, because it was just like plain. I didn't know that Will Ferrell was in there. He's so funny looking to me. Like that, like his eyes are like really small. Like this, like. But the fact that he was holding drumsticks, which means like, because people always mix up him and that drummer. I think I told you about that. How like I think it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer. I can't remember whose drummer it is, but they get mixed up all the time. So why is he holding pink drumsticks? Like, just like throwing in all these little Easter eggs. And then the Supreme Court, when he was like, oh look, it's the Supreme Court, and it was like some bathing suit pageant. Issa being the president, the other girl being like, she was like a surgeon or something, and they had her dressed up like a little maid. That's the shit. That's the shit. And I think I even said that to you. Then I said it to you after the movie, and it was a completely separate topic that we were talking about.
What?
You were saying something, and I was like, bitch, you always talking about how, well, you're the one who writes good, but bitch, you got whole ebooks that you wrote. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get caught up in these fucking patriarchal, white supremacist, to be honest, standards, and we forget the fucking talents that we have.
No,
do you know what I mean?
True.
Like, I was thinking about that the other day when I was looking at my resume, and I was like, this is all a bunch of shit that, like, some corporate job is going to want to see. At no point do I talk about the fact that I can, like, edit video recordings and sound
I was
and
talking
some
about
shit.
That earlier, like I don't have that resume life, so I have to figure something out, because I don't. And it's okay that everybody doesn't have that, you know?
But at the same
it's
time,
not okay here in Maryland.
Where we are, we lived in a very buttoned up.
That plays a big part in my, like, feeling like this very disconnected from these people. It's nothing against the people. It's just, it's been a long time since I had that.
But, okay, so on the other end of it, because I was thinking about that, and yeah, where we live is very, like, we live where the politicians.
My son's father always tells me that, he likes to.
We live in a very, like, buttoned up, patriarchal place,
here,
right?
Like, everybody that has good jobs here, there's government jobs and stuff.
But here's the thing. When I was looking at my resume, I was looking at, like, all, like, the Scrum Master certification and da-da-da, which is all stuff that is good, but it's not even going to get me a job. Like, that's not for a job that I'm interested in having. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, there's no creative aspect, not, like, the skills that I've taught myself just from doing my fun stuff. That's not, exactly.
Yeah, so that's.
But if I was to take this skill to Atlanta, there's already a million people there to do it.
Right.
So here, there aren't as many people who have this skill set and who can hop in and do these things.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like that is the advantage, is that we have these skill sets.
Yeah.
And then in a market that's saturated in other ways.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about it like that. It just feels like I don't have my people here. Like, it's not too many people that think like us. Like what you just said, it's not, because I've had this conversation with Jahan's father, and it just feels so, it makes me feel so trapped. It's like,
yes.
And then so he said things like, well, yeah, Atlanta, you know, I know that's your place and that's where you feel comfortable, but it's because they had to do that. Like basically, the way you would be, I don't care, I'm gonna say, you'd be highly irritated too, but the vibe, the way the vibe feels like, yeah, they had to turn into these black entrepreneurs basically because they didn't have shit else going on. That's how that's how the vibe is. It's kind of matches. But whatever the fuck the case is.
But yeah, but even still, that's even more commendable because
that's how I think, that's how you think, but everybody doesn't think like that. And there's two different type of people, and that's why I need a certain type of person, and that's why sometimes people are just good at being your fucking kids' fathers, unfortunately.
Period.
Unfortunately.
Word, like, but like I do think that. So I will give my husband this, like the areas that I'm not great. He is like the organization, the like Excel spreadsheets and setting up a family calendar, like with the dates and shit.
Oh gosh, I remember.
I write shit down. He puts it all. He has a whole family calendar.
Back when I was still with him, this man asked me, "What day do you go get your nails done again? I'm gonna add it to the calendar."
Bitch, that's happened. So that's the thing. So I went.
I would never ask somebody that.
I was gonna get my nails done with his friend's wife and her friend or whatever, and he forgot, and he was like, "It wasn't on the calendar, girl."
That's beautiful. I'm not shitting either of them with that, but that is not.
And you know what? And maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I think I just had something.
It's not a bad thing.
No. I'm not even. Okay, so.
Bless their hearts. They're great days.
I know. And I could, like I said, I've said this so many times, I could not have asked for a better co-parent. I could not have asked, like, there are times when, oh shit, I didn't even turn on, we didn't even have lights on. It's gonna be dull.
That is nighttime.
It's nighttime too.
That man will do anything to take a little load off me.
Yes, he, like, oh my goodness, if I could say, like, hey, I need X, it don't matter what it is. And he's gonna do it. He'll figure it out.
Same. I'm only talking about the last one.
I'm talking about the one that I got married to.
So for me, okay, I'm talking about the last one. The one I got married to, hey, shout out to you too because you have a voice right now. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about nobody except for that first one. I never I ain't gonna say nothing bad about you, but I ain't got nothing good to say either.
Right.
But I was 22. Accountability. Yeah, ex-husband, hey, you being mom right now to the boys. I need to pack my shit because I have to go there tomorrow, and I'm really acting like I don't pack my shit. That last one, that's my version. That's yours. He's equivalent to yours.
Yeah.
Thank God for
Just
him.
and sometimes, yeah, like I'm not saying I'd be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, but I'd be like, damn, like.
You know, I've had my.
What did I say to you?
I've had my moments.
Didn't I say to you the other day? What did I say? I was like, is it really that bad to be?
I've had my moments, of course, where I'm like,
and you were like, yeah, bitch.
Well, I'm like, did I fumble? No, I didn't.
Right.
Because you can be a great dad and all that, but I want to be happy with you. At my core, no. So no matter, for me, it's like, oh, things may feel rough, and I'm like, could we have worked it out? We could have.
I know, yeah.
We could have worked it out.
Like,
people work it out all the time, but how am I going? How was I going to
myself? I really thought that, but you know what? I've been fine. I mean, I've been like, but I've been fine.
I wouldn't want to put that on either of us because I don't think that I'm the one for you either.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want you to be settling for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing too. It's like, I know the type of woman that would be so happy with him.
Oh, me too. And it is not me.
So happy.
And you deserve the woman that's going to be happy with you.
You deserve the woman. Like in Sex Life.
Exactly.
How it ended.
And if
that's exactly the girl that my husband needs.
If my man is a little less traditional, but we loving the fuck out of each other and we happy, then that's just what it's going to be.
Period.
It might be less traditional.
But the thing is, like, I'm not a traditional, and that's the thing, like, that was the biggest thing that came out with me and my husband.
You were really trying to live this traditional life.
I was trying to live this traditional life that's not me.
I could just see you, like, when I think of that situation, I just see my friend, like, in ropes trying to break, yeah.
Like, when, like, okay, I got a story, right?
What's new?
So this is not my story. This is not my personal story, okay? To be clear, this is not my personal story. But my old roommate was telling me that when she was younger, right, her mom was seeing this guy, right? Mr. Somebody. I can't remember his last name.
Somebody.
And she said that he was coming over, and her mom was like, when he gets here, we're going to play cops and robbers, right? And you guys are going to tie him up real good, right? And she said that, like, they're like, oh yeah. So when he got there, oh, we're gonna play this. And so she gave the kids the rope and had them tied. And she was like, make sure you tie him tight, tie him good. And you can see, she said, you can see slowly on his face. He was like, but that's what made me think of when you said, like, I'm in ropes, like you're like playing along at first. And she's getting a little tight. So he was like, y'all are tying me up real tight. And she was like, make sure. She said, all right, y'all go upstairs. She said they went upstairs, and all of a sudden, she heard this man hollering because her mom was whooping his ass. She must have found out he was fucking around or some shit. She fucked him up. She said that man still to this day walks with a limp.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God. That's some Philly shit.
Oh, my God.
And at the end, she was telling me, she was like, oh, but that's just my mom. She was like, my aunt, I guess her aunt actually passed away in a car accident or something, but she said her aunt was on the phone with some man, right, and he called her a bitch, and she was like, oh, what? And hung up. She said, okay, cool. So she got her sister, who was my friend's mom, and they went and found him, and they pulled up next to him. Shot into his car. I don't think she hit him, but she just like fucking boom.
If that's the case, I owe niggas shots.
Right.
I'd have got called some bitches. I'd have been called all the names.
Yo, that's Philly for you.
Yeah.
She's had them tied up, but when what made me think of that is when you said, I'm like, because that's how I was. Like, at first I was playing along and I was like, whoa, these ropes are getting real tight. Oh, we got chains, do we? Shackles. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Mine was, I tell everybody, great man, great father. I would have more money in the bank right now, for sure.
Oh my gosh. Do you know how fucking balling I would be?
I'd have way more money in the bank, but...
Actually, I'm lying, because
I don't want that
with my ass.
I don't want that for either of us. I don't want that for either of us. Because there's a special type of woman you need, and there's a special type of man I need. And the man that I need may not look like...
What you said is a special type of woman I need?
Him.
Oh, I thought you were saying
a YouTube bitch, but...
Well, see, that's the other thing.
Yeah, he wasn't going for that, but your ex. But no, my ex needs a certain type of woman, and I need a certain type of man.
Yeah, like, for my ex, his woman is definitely the one who's in a big old hat after church and a pumpkin patch taking pictures with some suede knee boots on.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about with the flannel shirt? Yeah. Taking pictures with a big old wide brimmed hat at the pumpkin patch on Sunflower Day or something.
Yeah, and you had to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm cool. Off there. I'm gonna let God work.
You know, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say nothing on camera right now, but I'm going to just let God work.
Sometimes God may have more buckshit to show me. We'll see. Whatever it is, just letting God work.
I think I fucked up.
I'm letting God work, but I'm also going to help him a little bit. Like, I ain't going to do this. I know that if I want different results,
faith without works is dead, bitch.
Different shit. You know what I'm saying?
You have to move different.
So that's what I'm doing.
That's what I operate a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
I just went off on a tangent. I think I signed up for some more shit at work. I let one thing go, and I think I signed up for some more shit. But I'm gonna take it back. But I feel like it would be a cool little opportunity. So we have this visitor next week. Mm-hmm. It's a black man who's like doing big things in the industry. And he has like this learning program for black people in like the distillery, like in the industry, which would be cool. But I gotta be realistic because I'm taking other classes starting in September, and I keep forgetting, like, oh shit, that's gonna like take up a big chunk of my life, because it's essentially like adapting an entire lifestyle.
It's kind of
a whole year.
I've been taking little 3-hour courses, girl.
So like the boot camp was 5 weeks, and then Trap Yoga Bay's thing was 3 months. That was 3 intense months. So that's been a year. But I think it will be worth it, honestly. It's going to be super dope. I think it's going to be super worth it. Things are so weird right now. Right? Because I feel like things are shifting. I don't feel like I'm moving forward in any way. I do, actually. I'm lying. I feel like shit is... I feel like, you know, when you're like, yes, on a treadmill, or like when you're on the little walkie thing at the airport, but you're going the opposite direction. Like, you're trying to see how far you can go.
My shit is weird because I feel it mentally, and I don't really feel it until I'm talking about it. Like, I was talking about shit earlier, and I was like, damn, you actually just meant what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever I said out loud, I was like, damn, like, you did that.
Yeah.
And I just can't, it's just very odd not measuring my success with money.
Yeah.
So, but I can't discredit the other, like, bitch, I really be meditating. I really be outside by the water. Things that sounds so dumb to some people, but it's what I need right now.
Yeah.
So I can't discredit the other things that I'm doing just because it's like not a check attached to it. Because when the check does become attached to it, the check will stay this time. Like, it's just different. It's gonna be a whole different energy that doesn't make sense to me right now. But I still can't like discredit what I am doing. Like, I'm not in the bar. I'm not like outside doing bullshit. I'm not chasing niggas. Nothing. I'm really like with myself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that was I'm real proud of you too.
It's very odd. It's not easy. It's a very odd space, but I know that something's going on. I don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
Something's happening. It's good. There's been a lot of solitude, a lot of like. Yeah, it doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't hit me. I know my titties.
No, it's your thing is like playing down.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
it
even know
doesn't
if I
hit
heard
me
you.
until I'm just talking and I'm like, oh, you actually mean what you just said. You ain't just talking shit.
Yeah.
It's weird though. So yeah, it's a weird space. I heard 38 was weird.
It was weird. It was weird for me. But like, and I mentioned this last time too, like 38 was weird. Bitch, I'm exactly 2 months away from being 40. And it hasn't stopped. It's still very weird. And I find myself right now
midlife like a motherfucker.
Huh?
It's midlife like.
This is
midlife.
that fucking midlife, bro. Like, I'm in the throes of a midlife crisis, bitch.
Midlife, for real.
Deadass. Like,
in the middle, like the lady on the show was like, oh, it was so sweet. Just that middle is hard. And I'm like, oh, it just, when I tell you, it just, like, yes, that middle is hard.
It's really, really, like, running in sand. That's what it's like. Have you ever tried to run in sand?
A little.
Like,
and it don't hit.
the shit be like, oh my god. Or like running on water. Like, you're like, it's like when you're running in a dream. You ever been chased in a dream and you're trying to run and you're like, why can't I know I'm faster than this. Why can't I run fast? That's how it feels like. Like, why am I not, like, why am I doing all of this and I'm seeing, like, barely anything in return?
Yeah.
And I think that, like, so we know that I need to make one major change in my life, right? Like, we know about one big change, but it's not something that I'm able to really do, like, quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I think a part of it also is, like, the not wanting to disappoint people, but it's like, y'all don't give a fuck about disappointing me when it comes time for certain things.
Come on, just paperwork.
That little,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't care about disappointing me with this little shit. And as an adult, you should understand that it's yesterday's price is not today's price. Mm-hmm. When I got here, I had different
This
lifestyle.
Shit is wild, and it's not just us. A lot of people that I talk to.
It is a lot of people.
Different ways, you know, they all have their thing, but
Everybody's like dealing with shit right now. And it's like, I saw something that said, you might not believe in astrology, but you live in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to, you can ignore the fact
even
that...
Even my shit is so funny with what the plans is going on. Like, that wasn't, I didn't think it was no plans, but like when you really think about it, I was like, oh, that's so fitting, right?
Yeah, word. Like, of course.
That is so
Of course
fitting.
it is. But like, no matter, you cannot deny that there's like major shifts happening right now. And like this whole, right now, tomorrow's Mercury retrograde? Mm-hmm. So hopefully that microphone all the way down at your fucking nipple.
My ass needs it.
Fucking show up on this.
And my ass needs to.
Because I didn't even set up the
We ain't got no
secondary.
lights.
We ain't got no lights. I ain't set up the secondary sound.
Oh.
Good luck. But
I got a pack.
Yeah, I just fucking signed a contract to spend all this money on some shit I ain't never seen before.
What?
Foolish. I'm not saying I'm foolish. The
year thing?
No. The
Oh yeah. That's cool.
But like that's ain't never been there.
Sounds cool.
Sounds good. Yeah, just like I'm just tired, honestly, but I know everything's gonna work out. Barbie just had to go into the real world and live like she chose that life. Yeah. She put on them Birkenstocks, got her coochie checked, which is what we all need to do from time to time. And
I was thinking, that's so funny. I swear on everything. Earlier I was like, well, got my Gucci check, please.
Like, if I did shit else, at least my pussy's going. At least I got my shit checked. Like, that was like her first line of business too. That shit was funny to me because it was like, damn, oh that's right, she do got a pussy now. Like that's what it took me literally like 2 days before I got the joke because she's like, oh, what's this?
Gucci pink, bitch.
And I felt like a Barbie. But yeah, so that's that. Barbie had us unraveled. It was coming off of me just like having that car breakdown where I was like, I know the answer is no, I can't do shit else. And that's basically what that mom was saying. It was like just too much. So with that being said, the kid has to pack.
I know. I gotta get up in a couple hours.
I gotta go take my car to get looked at in the morning because I'm a grown up and I got the old me would have rode on that fucking
I don't like that shit.
pressure. Man, when I was in my 20s, my shit like I had a Dodge Magnum, right? And if I hit 80, my shit would be like right? Like it was like start like doing this, right? And Mike used to be like, yo, what the fuck? You need to get your car checked. Like he was like, your tie iron is something.
So, before I was gifted the van, my first Jeep was repossessed, right? So I was using my friend Jessie, she had a Jeep, so that was like the beauty and like at least I'm comfortable in this type of car, right? Girl, I had like 5 days of like going to pick her car up and do shit in her car. When I tell you, Jeep's tire pressure is supposed to be 36. It shows you, right? All of her tires were always at 17. I used to be so scared. I'm like, this bitch ain't got no kids. Why the fuck is she riding like this? Every morning, her tires were fucked. Every morning she had to go put air in the tire. Every morning, just to wake up and they back at 17. I'm like, Josie.
That's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, I used to live my life like
that.
That's
crazy.
Listen, and so finally,
they got to be letting me drive the car.
But look, right? So I paid that bitch off, and when I tell you, like that was the most. I paid 24.9% APR on that car. I was like for a base model Dodge Magnum, I was paying $518 a month just because I was stupid. Mm-hmm. And so I literally rode that bitch until the wheels fell off because I pulled around the corner one day and it was like it was like dirt just and I pulled into this little tire spot, like it was literally like right there, like my car was like all these older men came out to see what was the commotion, what was the ruckus.
Oh yeah,
my tire was pointing outwards. I called Mike and I was like, so my car, he was like, which way did you go? He's like, you got on. He said, I bet it's your tire iron. So he had to come and give me a ride to work because we were leaving to go to like Nashville or something for work. So he had to come and pick me up, and he had to handle, bless his heart. We weren't even married at that point. And I was like going on a work trip, and he handled my car situation, getting my tire iron fixed.
So you know what? You just said something that made me think about something I was talking about earlier, which I already knew, and part of it came from like Instagram posts. This is the world of podcasts now, so like there's like things you'll save that you like, damn, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a good confirmation. I knew this, but like really hearing it, men, once a man thinks like, oh, I can fuck with her, like that's somebody I can actually fuck with, they want to provide for you.
Yeah.
These niggas, they just like to send me reels and no, nothing else. Go to hell, okay? I'm done with you. I'm not, I got a reel set today. All you did was roll your eyes and I sent it because I sent her everything. Somebody sent me a reel. Some weak ass I miss you shit. That doesn't, in what? Like you're not, a man that wants you is going to put in some effort to make your life smoother. They don't have to be rich to do that. They don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to be those special doctor that can do that, but they're going to do something to make your life smoother. And that was, I'm just saying this because it just made me think about him. Something, bitch, to make your life smoother. If a nigga is not trying to, and then we do the same thing, it just may be different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may show up different, but if a man is not trying to do something to make your life smoother, your car is fucked up and this nigga not showing up for you, girl, he don't want you.
Yeah. Oh, because you're right. Okay, so oh, that nigga too.
Oh, bitch, I had a nigga. Then my tire was flat. I sent him a picture. Again, he said, "That's fucked up." But nigga, don't try to help you with your car or make your life easier. He just don't want you, and that's okay. They just don't not want you. Just move the fuck on. Don't give him no more pussy.
So I told you my house got robbed, and like that nigga that I was fucking with was like, damn, I don't feel like coming down there. That's fucked up. Damn, that's crazy. Oh,
that's crazy, nigga.
Oh, it's traffic.
That wasn't your nigga.
You know why? It wasn't my nigga, but guess what? I had to do a blood sacrifice to get that nigga to leave me the fuck alone. It's not true. I didn't really do a blood sacrifice, but I finally, this nigga has been bothering me in my DMs, in my phone. I should have never unblocked him, but
if you block a nigga, leave his ass unblocked.
Leave his ass blocked. But
or I should get a bunch of reels.
I think I finally got him to leave me alone because of an interesting coincidence.
That was very interesting coincidence.
That shit was funny as fuck. He was like, "I'm sorry, I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone."
Fuck him.
But yeah, like that nigga.
And the man's gonna show up. And
wow, that's crazy. But then I was fucking with this other nigga at the same time, who had a car situation. When my house got robbed and my car got stolen. Yeah. Damn, hindsight really be something. Because that nigga showed up. He got, and I don't even remember how he got down there because he ain't had a car. He used to take my car for a couple hours. This is the one that I was like, nah, because he started acting like a Florida nigga. But he's the one who showed up, and to me, and that's crazy because like to me that was like my the dick in the jar. Like it wasn't, like we were cool. Like, but maybe he really gave a fuck about me.
Hearing the man say it earlier, and I knew this, but like no, if a man is even thinking it could even be a smidge of a future with this girl, he's going to try to make her life easier. And I hear that I hear that older nigga say on the podcast, whatever. But no, it's true. So looking back at the people that just did not, bye, go to hell. I don't need no more reels. Go to hell.
But then it's like, damn, should I tell that nigga sorry that I played him to the left because I fucked? Yo, I told you. To me that was nothing, but like looking back, like damn, my shit got fucked up when the nigga that I was like all Google Gaga over he was like, damn, that's crazy. I'm coming down the traffic.
I ain't Google Gaga over no more niggas that ain't showing up for me.
Yeah, but then the nigga that I wasn't Google Gaga over showed up. I just realized that.
I ain't got no more Google or no
and
more
I didn't call him like, oh my god, that's what happened because it's not like he couldn't pick me up because he didn't have a car because he would use my car. But he found a way. Damn.
I ain't got no more for these men.
But I really was not. And then I let it fizzle out. And then, y'all, this really happened, right? I want the rest of my cookie. Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. But I'm gonna just tell us one more story because I gotta go to bed. I'm sleepy. One more story, right? About how fucking trifling I was. Okay? So I let it fizzle out with him, and I started dealing with this other nigga that lived in the same building, right? Y'all know the building. Everybody fucking lived there. Everybody lived in one of two places.
You gonna say what it's called?
I don't remember what it was called. So mine was 1016. Mad people lived at 1016. But this one, I can't remember. I think it had like big numbers outside of it, like 2115 or something, but it was on Lindbergh, like right past the little bridge, the overpass.
I remember.
At the bottom of that hill where all like the strip clubs and stuff were.
I remember I used to mess with this nigga and like, we used to go over other people's house that lived in this Lindbergh.
Yeah.
Probably that.
Probably that. It wasn't like up where the Wet Willies and stuff was. It was like down past that, right under this overpass. It was a time. But listen to what happened. For some reason, there was this point in my life, and I think it's because I worked with a lot of Caucasians, where I would think that just because my hair was different, that people couldn't recognize me. Mind you, me and this nigga were doing the do for several months, right? I'm homies with his homies, like we all were in the same circle, and I really was like thinking that this person would not recognize me if he bumped into me because I'm just one of many, like.
Because you had different color hair or some shit?
Because I was like, oh, you know, I'm just like a regular girl. These niggas be fucking, they don't be knowing. They don't be realizing who. They don't be knowing, like, oh, did I fuck her baby? I don't know, like, you know? Like, because there's some people I wouldn't recognize, to be honest.
Oh, God, no.
But this was like literally a couple of months between, right? This was 2008, right? Because this was when, it actually probably was after that. I think I was fucking with him in 2008, and then I started fucking with this thing in 2009. And the reason I know this is because the second one I met in the voting line, right? We were voting for Obama. Over a decade ago. I'm an old bitch, I can say decades.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was a baby.
Yeah. So, they live in the same building, right? So I pull up with my new dude, and I see the old dude and my friend, my homie, that I'm still cool with them.
Yeah, the other day. She's like,
ooh, right. So I walk it up, and I freeze like a fucking, I didn't even play it cool. I literally, like, I hadn't rehearsed anything for when this is inevitably going to happen, right? I was like, oh, and I just stopped. And I turned around, and I was like, let's go back to the car, bitch. We go back to the car. We go back to the car. And the dude was like, he gets to the car, he was like, that was interesting.
You just made me want to tell my goofy ass story.
I mean, you already explained what it is.
Okay, I'll say it. And then we got our gypsy asses to sleep.
Right.
Okay, so I got a little friend or whatever. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't give it a nickname or shit. I got nothing for y'all who's a little friend. So I have this place that I eat out here, and I always get my food for free because it's like my high school little boyfriend. I never ask for it for free. There's always offers. I always put my card out, even if a bitch ain't got like $18 in that bitch. I'm gonna pay, right? So I'm always prepared to pay. He never lets me do it. Cool. There was no difference this weekend. I pull out my card, I'm ready. He's like, you good. So I get my food. I'm leaving.
Like, I'm pulling in my card. I'm reaching for it. Bitch, you be doing like the bitch in that video, moving her arm. You just be moving your hand in your purse. Like you.
But I want no parts of my own, I don't like it, you would know. So I do my usual, act like I want to pay shit. So my old friend texts me, and he just happened to be in the area, so I told him where I'm at. But I'm thinking,
mistake, bitch.
But I ain't got no man. But I'm thinking like, all right, this food won't be done by the time he get here. But it's some Jamaican food with some fucking fish. I should know it's gonna take 60 minutes, right?
Oh yeah.
waiting for my food. I get a call. I got a missed call. I don't see it. A boy is there. He walks in. The owner of the restaurant is my little ex-high school boyfriend. So
your food connect.
At that point, that's all it is. So friend guy walks in. I missed the call. He's probably just saying I'm here, but I don't answer. So he walks in. Look at him with my free food. I look at him. I give him a hug because I'm gonna give him a hug regardless, but I like hug him out the door. It was so goofy.
All right, here we go. Come on.
It was so goofy. Like, who am I? Because I was a kid when I had that shit together, right? But I'm not that. So I hug him out the door, and I know he felt like, what the fuck is going on? So he says something. No, he's like, did you pay for your food? Because one thing friend would do was pay for my food. Yeah. He's like, you pay for your food? I said, well, you kind of fucked it up because I eat free here. He's like, huh? I said, that was my high school boyfriend. He owns a place. I eat free here. He's like, oh, mind you, this is just Maryland, so everybody knows each other a little bit. Oh, he smells with him? Yeah, in like 10th grade. Anyway, it was just this awkward for nothing because it's like out of a sitcom. Where like, I owe you niggas nothing. Okay, come on. I haven't fucked none. Well, Jamaica boy swears we fucked when we were younger. I don't remember. I remember not fucking you, but then he swears like we did later. I don't remember, which means if I did, it wasn't memorable. Friend guy, I didn't. So it doesn't matter. Like it's irrelevant. But it was just this dumbass awkward shit that would have never. Old player would have never. Yeah. But no, young player would have never. But old player didn't know what to do. The way I choked like a deer in headlights, bitch. It was a deer in headlights. It was like, hey, let's go. Come on, out here. Wait, come on. And then you said he gave you the wrong food. Oh my God! Of all the times I get the wrong food. So I seen that it was 2 packages, but like he'd be giving me extra food. So I'm like, the parties did it usually like he'd be giving me a lot of food. So he didn't give it to me. The chick that worked there gave it to me. He knows my car. He comes to my car, opens up the side door like, here's your food, but I already had food. He didn't realize the girl gave me food was wrong. Food was like this mess. So he's at one door, the other one's at the other door. Mind you, I'm not fucking either one of them. It doesn't even matter, but it's just like awkward as fuck. The food is spilling. So the one that I like is like food spilling. I'm like, I got wipes in the back. It's just like this whole thing. Like, I'm getting wipes and cleaning up the food. And he's taking the food back. It was so bad. It was so bad. Then my baby father's on the way with the baby. Like, it was so messy. But it didn't have to be because I'm fucking on y'all. Yeah. It would have been messy if you were fucking them. I ain't fucking nobody. Oh, then like I said, these were 2 niggas that like, they were like, this one took this one's place. Like, well, like me and that first one were not like, it wasn't an exclusive thing. We were never like, that's my dude. Like, it was never, like we could have seen each other in public with somebody else and it would have been no thing. But it was just like, I don't know why I froze and I was like, and then I got into the car thinking my hair was in a bun, it was dark, so maybe he didn't recognize me. Bitch, girl. When I finally saw him again, he was like, yo! He clowned the fuck out of me when I saw him. He said, yo, we laughed at you forever. but the other one was like, well, that was interesting. And that's the one who be in my DMs talking about, do you ever get divorced? That's the one who's like, I'm going to show up at the divorce court with no drawers on and sweatpants. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Good night, y'all. It's late. I have to pack and get up at probably 6 o'clock. I may just get up at 4 o'clock and pack. And you want to wake up when I go to the gym? No, I'm setting an alarm if I do that. I'll probably just pack like the basics. Anyway. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to the 444 The Girls podcast. I'm Kirsten. Kia. Good night.